Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Cailee and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we'll talk to George Rose about his new moonshine brand, Pop Casey. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Cailee, along with our very special guests, George and Cailee Baker.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey.
Hello. So, yeah, we've got a fun show today. We're going to be talking to George about his brand new product line. That's pretty cool. A partnership with Neely Family Distillery. We'll get to that, though, after the break. For right now, I have a question for you guys. Danny is supposed to be on the show. He's not here. I did tell you he was drinking this morning. We had an event at the shop, and he was drinking quite a bit. Does anybody want to speculate where is Danny right now? Is it just absent-minded? He just forgot? Do we think he's lit? Do we think maybe something else came up and he had to do that? What do we think has happened with Danny? All speculation. None of us know. So
absolutely nothing else has come up.
Right.
Nothing has come up. Danny had this planned out.
You don't think Danny has an aggressive social calendar that may have gotten away?
Danny is passed out in the passenger seat of Misty's car.
100%.
Yeah.
She probably couldn't get him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were going to their in-laws, Danny's in-laws, so Misty's side of the family, after being at the shop, and they had made some food, so they were going to at least stay there for a meal. And yeah, you could see where that could turn into a whole day. Maybe they come over and maybe they had Danny work on a few things, and maybe then they've got some whiskey or something for him. You know, hey, thanks for doing that. And next thing you know, this is my prediction. Next thing you know, then he's just gone. And then, like Beka says, they're probably heading home right now. And but Danny's passed out in the car. He'll think of this when he hears the show. He won't even know he's missed the shows until it comes out, because he is a listener. I think that's what happened. George, what do you think? Do you think?
Well, I'm curious as to who would even think that it would be a good idea to invite Danny to visit their parents after going to some place where he has access to alcohol.
Right.
And as far as fixing anything, God help him and them.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Beka Sue. He's either passed out in the passenger seat of the car, or he's laying in the driveway or yard.
Yeah, I could see that too, laying in the yard, because there's nothing Misty could do. If Danny falls down, like in the driveway coming up there, she can't get him up. So
I think that Misty looks pretty strong.
Right. But strong enough to pick up Danny? No.
But Danny's a pretty big dude.
Danny's a big guy, so yeah.
And when someone's passed out like that, it is literally
dead weight
to move a bag of bricks.
Yeah.
Yep.
That with the famous cat litter box incident where he passed out on the cat litter box, Misty had to call her son, so Danny's son too, so their son, to come help. And then that wasn't enough. I believe their daughter just happened to be around, so they got her too. So 2 of Danny's kids had to help move with Misty. So Misty and 2 kids had to help Danny into the bed after that. I would have just
destroying lives on a regular basis.
Would anybody else have helped like that? I would have just left him sleep in the litter box, right?
I would have taken him out of the litter box.
Taking him out of the litter
box. My husband, I'll roll him out of the litter box.
What if you're mad at him for drinking too much? Then it's a different story, right? It's not.
That's
yeah, it's not like whoops, I fell and I'm in the litter box. Yeah, then if you're mad, you leave in the litter box. Or if you do get rid of the litter box, fine. Bring him a pillow and a blanket and just say, hey, it doesn't look like you're going to be able to make it into bed tonight. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, see, my fear would be that he'd pass out in the litter box, he'd wake up with cat turd in his ear, and would come to bed with cat turd in ear, and that would get in my bed, and that's a problem.
Those sheets would just have to be thrown away then, because he'd be, it'd be all
cat
over.
Turd. Yeah, cat turd.
You're not getting a cat turd out of a bed.
Yeah. I also, knowing my husband's stomach, he would, if he woke up in the cat litter box, he'd just instantly vomit.
Oh, yeah.
He'd vomit everywhere, and like, I'm not dealing with that.
One time, my dad locked one of their cats in their closet in the bedroom, and left it in there like 24 hours, and and then they get the cat. I would think I would be like really looking around. The cat's been in there far too long for something to happen, but they say didn't think anything happened in there, and so they let the cat out. And the next morning, my dad's getting ready for work. He goes to step in his shoes, and the cat had shit in a pair of his dress shoes. He said he took off the shoes, the socks, and threw everything in the trash.
No. Yeah, there's no coming back from that. Like you don't want to sit there and clean. Nope. At that point, it's worth it to buy a new pair of shoes.
He was like, I'm like, you could have probably salvaged all that. And he's like, no way.
No.
And also, once that feeling goes through your toes,
right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah. The cold. I've stepped in plenty of cold vomit from my cat in the morning, like when I get up out of bed to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Yeah, it just is this cold mush. It's worse probably when it's warm.
Yeah.
But it's a very unpleasant feeling.
That's the hidden dark secret of pets. You just see the good stuff when you hang out, like Jim and Heidi have the dog that comes in the shop, and it's so cool. But I had a dog, and especially near the end, he'd get sick or something. He's near the end, health is failing, and not every time, but every once in a while you wake up in the morning and there'd just be like 8 piles of shit on the floor. What the fuck happened? Like, what is this horrible situation? So I don't have any pets right now, and it's not horrible. I do like having pets, but man, the downside of
Hey Steve,
the downside being
I have a personal
and they're
question
expensive.
for you. Would the warden roll you out of the cat litter box?
It just depends. So if I was maybe drinking with friends and then I overdrank and then I was stumbled and fell and landed, yes, I think the same as you said, same scenario. But if I was like defiant or making fun of her while I was drunk or something that pissed her off, and I fell in the cat litter box, she would just be like, "We'll see you in the morning. Enjoy that cat litter box." Yeah, I would think.
My cat litter box is in a repurposed cage that my dogs used to use. So if I end up in the litter box, there's some like serious like things have happened.
Well, you never know.
George, would you be rolled out of the cat litter box?
No, look, he's not in the litter box.
Yeah, I think so.
I think she would. She loves you.
Yeah. I'd have to really screw something up big time.
I feel like George has got it the easiest of anybody. So his wife's just nice and likes him. And for some reason, I don't know why the hell she likes George. I have no idea.
She loves
I've been married to her for 27 years, and I don't know why she likes her.
So that's a mystery. It's a mystery, but yeah. Hello, well, here's Danny. Danny, what the hell's going on?
Not much. I turn around and I got times mixed up. I'm all good.
You're all good. Okay. All right. You're not drunk or anything?
Not yet.
Oh, you were. I mean, you've recovered. You were going this morning. There's no doubt. No, see, he denies this stuff. We should pull Jim in here. There's no way. Yeah.
I can have my wife verify I was not drunk.
He gets super chatty and all that. At one point, I told him he had to sit in the Freddie Mills chair. Yeah, because we were trying to score these things.
Go to the Freddie Mills chair.
He didn't. He should have, though. He should have. Yeah. So Jim has a scoring system, and it's you just answer the number, and Danny would be like, "C." What's your score for this one? C. We're like, oh, I think that equates to 3 because it's the third letter. So it's the whole thing. All right. Well, guess what, Danny? Danny shows up just in time to drink.
Oh,
So
perfect.
he does.
Just give me a second.
what is everyone drinking? We'll start with George. It's his show. George, what are you drinking here?
My good friend, Mr. Akeley, I have here in my hand the greatest moonshine cocktail known to mankind. Why? Because it's in my fucking hand.
That's Stephen Fonte, if anybody doesn't know.
Stephen Fonte impression.
Yeah.
The best one.
Yeah. So he likes his
This is,
moonshine lemonade there. Is it moonshine lemonades?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I
Nice.
figured. Okay. All right. Cailee, what do you got?
I have some sweet tea and whiskey, but I am using Trails End bourbon, so I'm gonna open that bottle and pour a little neat side.
Sidecar. Oh, jeez.
Woo!
I don't see that being beat. I don't know. Becca, what do you got?
I won't be beating that one at all, but I do have Hidden Barn.
Whoa,
Kentucky
highly
straight
coveted.
bourbon whiskey.
Yeah.
Soon to be released. This is the small batch. This will be the, I think, first release that'll go out. We're sitting at 101 or 106 proof on this. Batch 1.
Sweet. Okay.
Nate's
Not
been
enough to
drinking
beat
this
Cailee.
all day, so
Yeah. I've got Monk's Road here. So this is good. Cool. 5th district series. Yeah, it's a cold spring distillery. Kentucky straight whiskey, aged 6 years. It's from our good friends at Log Still. So here we go. Oh, not good. It's broken cork.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I'm going to have to
no.
switch to something else. I'll have to switch to something else. Broken cork. We're in a broken cork situation there, folks. I've got Penelope here. Just grab what was closest. Let's see what we got here. Nah, nothing going on there. Nothing going on. Danny, last but not least is you. What do you got?
Well, in honor of my good friend George Rose, I'm going to pop open the Pop Cassies.
All right.
All right.
Oh, that was actually really good. Really. Normally that would win, but Cailee had the cannon
Cailee's-
going
Yep.
tonight. So yeah. So
Cailee's was
she got it. So cheers, gang.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk to George Rose about this new brand, Pop Cases. We'll do that in just a few. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
This is Bob. I'm in Ohio. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking to George Rose about his moonshine brand, Pop Casey's.
Yes, we are. So, George, tell us about this. We all knew you as a moonshiner, a guy who, was making whiskey and things like that, a hobby distiller type of guy. And now you are legit. How does this happen?
By accident, I think. No, I was by my good friends over at Neely Family Distillery to come out with a legal brand. And I had said for years I wouldn't do it. And then I made my mind up, I would do it, but there's only one person I would do it with. And I just hadn't told him. But I guess maybe he read my mind or something, because I was over there one afternoon and we were giving you a hard time about something.
Right,
and,
as usual. Yeah.
And just out of the clear blue, he looked at me. He said, "It's probably about time that we work on a label, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think so. I'm good to go with this."
Right. So you, at this point, you just act cool and act like, you're anticipating the question, and yes. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I didn't jump up and down and scream and shout or anything. My wife thought I would. Mm-hmm. I actually waited till we got about 5 miles down the road, and I pulled the car over and looked at my wife and did a little happy dance in the seat.
Yeah.
And this and that. And it took us a little over a year to get the timing right when we could get things together and make it happen. And when we did, something magical happened, and we came out with Pop Casey's.
Nice. Very nice. Beka, what would you like to know about this endeavor?
George, what was on the very first label that you wanted to put out?
Everything that would get us sued by pretty much everybody. Years ago, when I first started moonshining, I thought it would be cool, and I just designed my own little label that I shared with friends. And it was Pappy G's Old Kentucky 31 Wonder Cure. It listed on there that it was good for heartaches, gunshot wounds, sterilizing knives, and heartbreak, I think. And some people smarter than me got to evaluating that and thought, well, let's see, how many ways could we get sued using this? And what's the chances of the TTB letting us call this some type of medicinal product? And so that just completely went out the window. And I was kind of at a loss, but I really liked the look and the scheme and the colors that I had put together for that. And then I thought, you know what? I said, the reason I'm doing because my grandfather did it. And that's the whole reason I got into it. And, why not pay homage to Pop Casey?
Very cool. Very good.
Cailee, what would you like? We found a good label for you, George.
Yeah. The key was the picture. Do you know anything about the picture, George? Is there any family history about, hey, this was taken at this event or because of this, or do you know anything about the photo?
It was taken a long time ago. Other than that, I don't know a whole lot about it. If you look at other pictures from the time frame, you can tell that Pop was a very well-dressed gentleman.
Uh-huh. Just like you.
And well, no, a whole lot more than me, especially for the period.
Right.
And my mother wouldn't speculate a whole lot, but I figured out talking with other folks and actually some folks in Newport, Pop was very well associated, we'll say, with some of the mafioso in the Newport area. to put it gently. Mom never could figure out, or she never would admit as to why when Pop came around, he was always chauffeured in a big long black sedan, dressed to the nines.
Right.
And of course, Pop was blind later in life, and he was blind in this photo, which is why he's wearing the dark glasses.
Ah, okay.
Pop broke out of the little 2-story jail here in Berry, Kentucky. He pushed the cornerstone out, and the town constable was chasing him and shot at him with a .22 pistol and missed. But the bullet hit a rock and ricocheted and come back and hit Pop directly between the eyes and blinded him for the rest of his life.
Oh, wow. Oh. Jeez. Did you know him? Have you?
No, I remember Pop being around, but he died in 1972.
Okay.
So, and I was born in 1967, so I was pretty young when Pop left.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cailee, what do you want to know about this new brand?
Did you mention the proof yet?
It's 100 proof.
100 proof. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan, and obviously it mixes well with lemonade. That's like a really big check on the list for me.
Michelle Neely come up with an awesome cocktail with this using lemonade and Sprite.
Okay.
You use a shot of Pop Casey, a shot of Sprite, then top it off with lemonade.
Okay.
The Sprite gives it just a little fizz, and it's good. I think she calls it a copperhead, but it's good. And I give Michelle all the credit in the world for that, because I never thought about putting the Sprite in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
I'll have to give that a try.
Yeah. And of course, I think you got to talk about the 9 grains too.
Yeah,
Well, how did you come up with 9 grains? Yeah, it's like, what grains did you use? Yes. No. What individual grains? Yeah, all of them. 9 grains is a lot, man.
It really is. It's based on it's got a corn base, so it's probably, without actually doing the math, it's probably close to a 96% corn base with all the grains added in. As some of you know, I wear my Amish hat a lot, and I actually have friends in the Amish community, and one of them shared this breakfast cereal with me as a dry mix and said, "Take this home and try it out." Well, I did. I tried it out in the moonshine. It never made it to the kitchen. I got to looking at it, and I was like, this has got, it's 2 different kinds of wheat, the triticale, the flax seed. I said, this has got to make an interesting blend. And I tried it out a little bit, and I was like, this is pretty good. So I added a little more the next time, and I got to where I had a pretty good balance with it, and that's what I ran with, and that's what I've been making for a couple of years now, is that 9 grain blend.
Nice. Danny, what do you want to know?
Well, I will have to say it is very good. I can contest to that, but how is it? Can you sell it as a hair care product?
Absolutely. It will make hair grow in places that you never thought of if you drink enough of it.
Yeah. Is there going to be a hair care line? Because we got the Pappy G lifestyle page. We're all participating in that. Could we add hair care products to the mix?
Well, since since our soap thing flopped, I don't know, Steve.
Okay.
I was pretty, I thought we had something with that. I'd come up with the catchphrase, fresh as a daisy, light as a bee, long as you bathe with Pappy G. And, I thought
found out a lot of people didn't want to bathe with Pappy G is what we found.
Yeah. Come to find out, it wasn't going to be as popular as we thought. So hair care, I don't know. We might just need to stick to the basics here.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Beka's right. So, George, as you roll this, what's going to happen with this? Is this something that was a one-time thing, a dream come true, and that's it? Is this going to still be around? What's the future of Pappy G and Pop Casey?
Unfortunately, Steve, I can't answer that.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really discuss at the time, and we did discuss it, when we were doing it.
Right.
I sincerely hope that it's popular enough there at the Neely family distillery that it's something we keep producing. I've sold the hell out of it, elsewhere, but I don't know what it's doing actually there at the distillery. Of course, it's up against some of the best bourbons and drinks in the world right there at Neely Family Distillery. So it's got a stiff competition. I certainly hope to continue, but that'll be up to Royce and the folks there at the distillery.
Yeah. Well, if you are listening to this, you can certainly help out. You can call Neely Family Distillery, and if it's a state they ship to, they'll send you some, or stop by the distillery. I encourage everybody to go by there. If you've never been to Neely, you should. Why not? And especially if you're going to Kentucky, it'd be just terrible if you came to Kentucky to visit and didn't go to Neely Family Distillery. So they're conveniently located right halfway between Louisville and Cincinnati, so be sure to stop by. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we talk about where people can find us. George, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
I asked Pappy G on Facebook. I'm on Instagram as Pappy G in Kentucky. And I believe my TikTok is Pappy G 67.
Oh, God.
I haven't done a whole lot with the TikTok yet.
Yeah, we got to get your dance videos out there, so that'll be good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Cailee, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me, out at Leatherwood Distillery at one of our 2 locations. I'm happily going to announce that we are opening on July 29th in Clarksville. So if anybody wants to come out and see me at the grand opening, I'll be there all freaking day. And you can also find me on Instagram at Cailee Baker or at the Bourbon Bakers.
All right, fair enough. Danny, how about you?
You can find me on Facebook, Danny Kennard.
All right, Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. The important website's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. And we'd also appreciate you checking out the ABV Barrel Shop. Maybe you want to come in and see us. We have a rate at the brewery, which is really close. And so we would love to see you, even if you're from out of town. So check us out at abvbarrelshop.com. Anything else to say before we get out of here, Miss Beka Sue?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right, great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papa's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.